Diary entry number 3, The Puppet. My name is Adrian Blackwood, and my journey into the enigmatic realm of occult relic hunting began with the echoes of my family's mystic legacy. Stories of ancient artifacts imbued with dark magic were whispered through the generations, passed down from my ancestors. My parents, seasoned relic hunters, vanished during a quest to uncover a malevolent artifact, leaving me with an unwavering determination to continue their legacy. Years of rigorous training shaped me into a solitary figure, known in underground circles for my expertise and resolute pursuit of the supernatural. The turning point came when rumors led me to a run-down mansion, a place shrouded in mystery and local legends of paranormal occurrences. Driven by the memories of my parents' disappearance, I ventured into the mansion, seeking to confront the sinister forces that plagued it. The puppet became the focal point of my investigation. That investigation led me to a mansion. The mansion's history was veiled in obscurity, but whispers spoke of a dark presence drawing those with an inkling for the mystical into its grasp. The mansion's halls seemed to close in around me, each step echoing with a haunting ring. I walked through the rooms of the mansion, but as I walked past a corridor I felt something drawing me closer. Every part of my being told me to stay away, but my curiosity got the better of me. I walked down the hall and reached the door. The door opened with a creak. It was in the center of the room. The thing I had been hunting for most of my life. I walked closer to it because I could hardly believe my eyes. I finally reached it. The puppet was not what you might expect. It looked like a doll. It was dressed in what looked like a wedding dress. You could see that the puppet had a story to it, but what was that story? I decided to take a closer look at the puppet. As I looked it over I saw a string. Well, obviously there were strings, it's a puppet, but this string was longer than the other ones. I was so intrigued by that string and where it led that I did not even notice. The puppet's eyes followed my every move, and an unsettling hush draped over the room. My senses heightened as I reached out to touch the puppet, its porcelain skin cold to the touch. The string tied around its hand felt like a lifeline to the unknown, leading me through the twisting corridors of the mansion. The air grew colder, and the oppressive silence deepened as I traced the string's path to rooms steeped in tragedy. In each room, the puppet's dark legacy unfolded, revealing stories of betrayal and revenge that echoed through the ages. The cruel spirit that clung to the puppet's strings spoke to me, weaving tales of ancient darkness that sent shivers down my spine. The evil spirit that took hold of the puppet was once a sorcerer who, consumed by a relentless thirst for forbidden knowledge and dark power, made a pact with nasty forces beyond the mortal realm. Betrayed and meeting a gruesome end, the spirit's unkind nature lingered, evolving into a spectral force seeking vessels to perpetuate its sinister influence. Over centuries, it became drawn to objects of power, and the puppet became a perfect conduit for its haunting presence. The delicate string tied around the puppet's hand, adorned with intricate knots, symbolized the lives claimed by the spirit. Each knot representing a soul bound to the puppet's malevolent gaze. I knew I had to break the curse, but the weight of the past bore down on me. The final knot led me to a hidden chamber. A place where the malevolent spirit revealed its true form. A cold wind whispered through the room as the spirit recounted its grievances, its voice carrying the weight of centuries. With an unwavering determination, I spoke an incantation, severing the puppet's connection to its dark master. For a moment, the room pulsed and the puppet's eyes dimmed. I emerged, clutching the cursed relic, thinking I had silenced the evil. But as I stepped out into the moonlit night, an unsettling feeling lingered, a sense that the story was far from over. Days turned into nights, and I continued my relic hunting, unaware that the puppet harbored a thirst for torment that surpassed its former master's evil. It watched me with a cold awareness, its porcelain eyes flickering with a sinister glint. One evening, as I examined a new artifact in my collection, the puppet's presence loomed in the shadows. A spectral whisper echoed through the room, and the air became charged with something I have never felt before. The puppet, seemingly dormant, had not forgotten the taste of suffering it had once unleashed. As I delved deeper into my work, the puppet's influence manifested in subtle yet disturbing ways. Objects moved on their own, shadows danced with a life of their own, and a pervasive feeling of dread enveloped me. It became clear that the puppet was on the lookout for a new victim to subject to its insidious desires. The thrill of the chase had turned into a race against time. I, Adrian Blackwood, now found myself entangled in a web of dark forces, facing a relentless puppet that hungered for the agony of the living. The tale of the haunted relic had evolved into a chilling saga, and the puppet's quest for a new host intensified with each passing night. Despite my best efforts to sever the connection temporarily, the ancient force persisted, fueled by a centuries-old grudge and a twisted desire for suffering, ensuring that its evil lingered in the shadows, ready to resurface and continue its dark legacy. It was now my job to keep this thing at bay. And I will ensure that the puppet does not escape into the real world.